I am out in the middle of Kitsap County at the trail closed sign up here. I don't think that means me though, right? Oh gosh. I want to see what's going on here. Easement boundary. Trail closed. Please use cross-country trail as detour. Well, I'm supposing this is it. So this is the cross-country trail that we're walking down here in the middle of Kingston, wherever this is. But I found this on the map. It's about 2 miles away from Kingston, maybe 2.5 from the ferry. And it's between Kingston and Indianola. And they allow mountain biking, horse riding, mountain biking, all the ings. Whoa, I just about slipped and cracked my skull. That's a fun thing. Oops. Wetland restoration. North Kitsap Heritage Park. That's where we are. North Kitsap Heritage Park is where we are. On the trails, on the mountain biking trails, or horse riding. If you're a horse rider. Let's see if I can make myself famous here. So this is sort of a test run. Cross-country trail. Ooh. I'm gonna have to stop and see where this goes. So here we are on the mountain biking trail. Mountain biking, hiking, running, horse riding, all the ings, as I mentioned earlier. It's just gorgeous out here. Look at this. Look at where we are. I don't know if you can see this well, but it's just absolutely beautiful out here. Well, Siri, it's because I'm stopping and doing shit. I don't know. I just I decided yesterday I was going to go on an adventure, and my adventure was to get on the ferry and come over to Kingston and see what there was to do. And so last time I was over here was during the Kitsap Color Classic, which is a bike ride in the rain where you ride a really long way with some just tremendously difficult hills and people try to run you over. It's a really exciting thing, and you pay money for it, which you'd think you'd be able to do that for free, but I guess there's money in it. So we did that, and we were gonna have food at the Grub Hut, but the Grub Hut was sort of closed. Was it? No, the Grub Hut. No, sorry, not. This is not an advertisement for a food delivery service. This is just me having lunch in the forest. So we went to the Grub Hut, and there were it was, COVID-y, and they weren't allowing people to eat indoors, and it was raining, and it was a difficult day for all of us, and so we said screw it. But I just have been thinking of hamburger from the Grub Hut for months now, since like September, and it's May already. So here I am, belly full of Grub Hut, and enjoying this scenery out here on the North Kitsap. What's it called? Regional Trail, North Kitsap, something trail. This is how bad my memory is. This is how bad my brain fog is. So it's just gorgeous here. It's a little bit muddy. Of all the trails that I've mountain biked on, this one just looks to be super, super nice. It's very well maintained. It's not incredibly rooty or rocky, although there are roots and rocks to make it an enjoyable ride. There are bits here. Let's see if we can. There are bits here that are a little bit technical, a little bit swampy and mucky. Oh, here we go. And there's a big swampy, mucky bit right there. But not impossible to traverse. And it's been pretty rainy lately, so. But this is the cross-country trail. This is the bike riding trail. There's a gravel trail that they said was closed. And the detour was to walk through here, ride through here. So actually ended up going the right way, the most fun way, without much ado. So this is just a sort of a test run. My ultimate goal is to have this out on the boat when I'm kayaking around the sound, and there'll be other participants as well. We'll be filming them if they'll have us, and if not, oh, there's a good little bit right there. Oh, you just bounce right over it. Yes, look at this. You just go over this root. Oh, look at this. Jump off this root. Pow! Or you go over this and then you go, whoa! It's a lot of fun. Anyway, now I'm a little bit too, whoa, this is very technical right here. Very technical right here. This looks like a fun bit. Look at this. Look at this. Man, I can't wait to bring my bike out here. Can't wait. We'll do that, and we'll take a, what's it called? Take a time warp of it with my buddy Royal Mustard. So this is the other end of that closed trail. You can actually see the bit that's closed there. So no public access. So we went around that. And we'll probably end up coming back this way. But I'm going to turn this off. And I'm just going to enjoy the trail without a lot of loud talking. The wind is very blowy, and the sun is shining, and the birds are singing, and it's just beautiful out here. So I'm gonna go enjoy that, and thank you for listening. More to come. A little bit further in, and the hills have started going uphill, and we're gonna see what that looks like. Sure is pretty here. I can still hear the roads. Ooh, it's a good hill. This hill's been going on for a bit. And it just keeps going up. Which means it is the mountain bike equivalent of awesome going down. I just stepped in a big mud puddle. I've only seen a couple hikers and a cross-country runner. All the ferns are coming in, all the fiddleheads are starting to unravel. You know what I saw at the grocery store? They sell these to eat. They sell them so you can put them in a salad. Fiddleheads for your salad, who knew? Or maybe you cook them. I'm not sure. Never seen it before. But apparently you can eat them. So I'm gonna have to look that up. Gonna have to look that up. This just keeps going up. There's no end in sight. There's no end in sight. It's just up and up and up and up and up. Yeah, I think this might have been a loop trail, and I saw a junction back there that was closed due to habitat restoration, which I highly approve of, because we can eat this, we can eat these roads up, these trails up, if we're not careful. Oh, salmon berries. So these are salmonberry bushes right here. These red flowers. They will grow salmon colored berries that look very much like raspberries, but they're salmon colored, like the pink, yeah, orangish pink salmon color. And they have, I've been afraid to eat them because I didn't know what they were. And you know, I was raised, don't just put strange berries in your mouth. And so I didn't, but I did eat a salmonberry, and they're very, you know, they're not like raspberries you get at the store. Well, finally, this is flattened out, but they're not like raspberries you get at the store where they're super sweet and very raspberry tasting. They look almost like a currant, and they're just a very mild flavor, a little sweet. They're really good. They reminded me not so much in flavor or anything else, but of the strawberries that grow on trees, on the strawberry trees. They're kumquat flavored. They're not really strawberry flavored, but they have the fruits and vegetables that we buy at the store. They've been, over the generations, have been still going up. They've been those stuff we get at the store is very sweet, very flavorful, very platonic ideal of a fruit. I think we are at the top of this mountain. Let me find out where we are. White Horse Trail, Powerline Trail, Indianola Road, Spineline Trail, that's what we've been on. Norman Road, Ravine Run Trail, Note Bay Road. Wow. Alright. I'm gonna get my bearings here and then head off again. This is the White Horse Trail. And boogieing down it. It's a little mucky. But this goes south here for a bit, and then we're gonna run along the property line of the White Horse Golf Course. And North Kitsap Heritage Trail, Heritage Park, Heritage something, Heritage Forest. But I imagine this is somewhat, maybe a lot, maybe having had been at one time completely cleared, because I don't see any old growth here really. So it had probably been cleared at one time, and then this is all new growth. But these are all, I think these are lindens. It's really windy today, like 26-mile-an-hour winds. I'm probably going to have a tree fall on me at some point. I think these are lindens, or maybe not. Lindens are more heart-shaped. I'm trying to learn trees. I don't know what tree this is. Birch of some sort. Birches, I think. Just hope there's a lot of wetlands here, so they may very well all just be a birch forest, which means it's as old growthy as it gets. I don't know anything about this. I'm just trying to deduce things I know, deduce the truth about this area from the places where I grew up in the Midwest. Yeah, so there are pines here. The firs, they don't seem to be doing very well. They all seem very not well. So these are all dead or dying. Or maybe but they're definitely not old growth by any stretch of the imagination. So they seem very new and not well cared for. So they probably replanted it and said, well, this is our forest, good luck, and then just didn't touch it again. And maybe this is the problem with our forests in the United States, that we just don't take care of them, and I don't know enough about this subject to really say anything useful. But I will say this is prime mountain biking territory, especially if you have an electric mountain bike. This is right where I want to be on my electric mountain bike. These are all birches. Very light wood, not a hardwood by any stretch of the imagination. Right? A lighter wood. Maybe they built boats out of them. There's some like this. This will be the forest where I'll plant the tree that I will eventually cut down and build my boat with. This is very nice. They're not too twisty, although there are twisty trails, but this main trail is not too twisty. It's just very, it's not flat. But it's also wide and interesting. And another forked tongue trail. So this is one of the smaller trails, and I imagine this goes so forked tongue is this dotted line that goes east-west here, and we're gonna go down and take this dark green trail. So I'm thinking the non-dotted lines are the trails where mountain bikes are welcome, and the dashed lines, North Kitsap Heritage Park. That's what we're looking at. Hopefully that's readable. Alright. Okay. But just gorgeous out here. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is Pacific Northwest is one of the best places to ride mountain bikes. I just really wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. Look at this. My horse. This is the power line trail. But what have I? Well, that's the power line trail. Oh, I see. All right. So this goes actually to a parking lot. Oh, and this is paved. Oh, goodness. Look at this. So this is paved. Yeah. This is paved and wow. So we're gonna go down to the North Kitsap Heritage Park parking and then take another trail back up to connect with the power line trail again. And I'm gonna turn this off for a smidge and just enjoy the quiet. Alright, so I went to the parking lot back there and I got a map. There's a map of this place, believe it or not. That's where I came from, and this is where I'm going. Down this pretty flower-covered trail. And there's apparently bears out here. They say highly unlikely there's any cougars, but the place is just crawling with bears, I guess. So they suggested that I make myself look really big, which is just not work at all for me. But then also to talk while I walk. So I think I'm going to do that for a little bit. And just enjoy this trail. And there's a lot of bees out here doing bee things. Really pretty flowers. Really pretty flowers. Salmon berries. I don't know what these are. I don't know what these are. Oh, there's a bee. Hi, bee. Look at you go. Oh, you got so much pollen in. Did you see those legs? They were just chonked full of pollen. That bee was doing great. Hi. Are you following me around because I'm sweet? Okay, so now I think this right here is the shortcut. Ah, yes. This is back to the power line trail that we talked about earlier. More salmon, just a big salmonberry farm right here. Just the whole thing is all salmonberries. These little purple flowers. And you can see there's the salmonberries right there. They're just going to be delicious. We have a bumper crop this year. So, these bees are just all over me. Like I'm just the best thing that's ever happened to them. So this is more mountain biking trails. More mountain biking trails. Look at this. This just looks fun as hell. Look at this. Fun as hell. I don't know. My finger was probably in the way the whole time. Wild cherry tree. You don't see these in the wild too much, do you? You see them in the city all the time. Not in the wild. Someone probably had a bowl of cherries with them and shortcut trail. I'm gonna have a little look, see where this goes. Shortcut trail. What a pretty day, right? This is the map. North Kitsap Heritage Park. So that's the shortcut trail. Right there. Where the shadow is, edge of the shadow is. Shortcut right there in the middle of the bottom power line trail. So I'm gonna keep following power line and take Bay Ridge. We're gonna go all the way around this left side, and then we came up Norman Road, and then we're gonna head back the way we came in, I think. Alright. Look at this. This is just mountain bike heaven right here. Hi. Oh, here we go. Just tootling along this mountain bike trail. Look at this. Look at this. It's just a lot of fun. Go all the way back. Just all the way down there. And then it goes all the way up here. Just look how much fun I could be having right now if I brought my bike. Which I didn't, because I wanted to ride the ferry for free, because today's free ferry weekend. I took my body out on the ferry, and here we are. So I don't know. I mean, this is the plan, is to go to exciting places around my home area, maybe say a bit about them, and then put them online for people to learn about and make these places incredibly crowded and more appreciated. More appreciated. Yeah, that is definitely a replanted forest. That's got replanted forest all over it. And this has mountain bike trail written all over it. And this has a tired old person written all over it. Oh, yeah, this I have a friend. These are, you see all these? Well, that's because I stopped to rest, Siri, okay? Siri hates me so much. I know I have not. No, I have not, Siri. What are these bushes, do you think? White flowers. Some kind of berry. Oh, that's a tick. I think that's a tick. A brown creature on there. Ticks on me. That would be terrible. There is a tick now. Did you hear? There is a tick now that makes you allergic to red meat. Talk about the thing of nightmares. I'm not a big meat eater. I love my plant-based foods. In fact, I eat far more of those than I do of meat. But I've tried my whole life to not eat it, and that just doesn't work well for me. So, you find a healthy balance. And you realize that not everything has to taste like meat. Meat tasting like meat is more than enough. There's other things that taste like other things. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that little technical twist there. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is where the fun begins. Well, I fucked up and talked for like a while. And apparently, when you talk for a while, and even if it's just these little displays on this GoPro that just chow on the battery. And I brought a second battery to charge the battery while I'm not on it. And that's already getting low as well. So, anywho, I was talking about fiddleheads for a bit. So the important thing about fiddleheads, they have to come from the ostrich fern. Don't get from other kind because they can be carcinogenic or poisonous. And the other thing about fiddleheads is you have to boil them or steam them for a certain amount of time to kill the bad bugs on them, or you'll get food poisoning. Little known fact. Well, I'm tired, Siri, okay? I'm the slowest walker, I swear. So that's behind me. So this is just a loop trail. We're gonna loop around that way, around this little gully here. And then head back, and then get back on the ferry and back to Edmonds, and then from Edmonds to Shoreline, and then from Shoreline to Seattle. Exciting. It's a big traveling day, and all of it free thanks to King County Metro and Community Transit up here in Snohomish County. Bless your hearts. And the reason it's free is because the boundary trail. Well, I should figure out where I am. Oh yeah, so this is a shortcut trail. What's that called? The Salal Trail. It's just a little shortcut through here. It's probably awesome. But we're gonna go this way, and I might actually exit the forest here. There's some cool maybe, I don't know. I don't want to walk around along a city road. Although I am getting tired, so these look like awesome trails. I definitely want to see these trails. So there's a park here. There's a park here. And I think there's a parking lot on the north end of the North Kitsap Regional Trail System here. And so we're going to see that. Have a look at that. See what sort of amenities there are. And then, meanwhile, I'm going to charge this thing back up again because it's almost dead again. I'm going to have to get another spare battery or an enduro battery or something. Anyway, mountain bike and trail. Beautiful stuff. Thanks for going along with me. Alright, well, so the GoPro is recharging a little bit, so I thought I would, so I'm going down, I'm descending, I think near a highway here. I think this is where the sort of the northwestern corner of this park is. It's a lot of switchbacks going down this hill, fairly steep hill. See back there. And see, this is why I say this was once old growth. See, there's none of these. There's just stumps of this. Just stumps. And the rest of it is very young, actually. So this must have been all these, God, it just must have been beautiful here. It just must have been just majestic. These must have just gone up and touched the sky. And they clear cut it apparently. And they decided to replant it. And just sort of left it alone. Good for them. Good for them for replanting it, and maybe in another 100 generations people will be able to enjoy a real beautiful old growth forest again. There's just so few of those. Poor Pacific Northwest. When I moved out here, you could see all the clear cutting. There's just whole mountains were just bare, just bald. And it was just a tragedy. It was just, and there were species going extinct. And nobody cared. Everyone was like, well, I gotta have a job. And my job is cutting down the world. So this, I think, yeah, there's a road nearby. A little creek. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that legendary beast. We could film a whole episode of Twin Peaks here. That's cool. So yeah, this used to be old growth once upon a time. So we climbed down that hill and past the parking lot. Didn't actually even see it, but I saw the trail that goes to it. And now we're going back uphill again. So we got some switchbacks here, I think. And I'm gonna turn this off because I got nothing to say. I don't know if I said this earlier, but mountain bike trails tend to have, like, trails that are actually made for mountain bikes tend to have names. I think this one's Ridge Run because it's along this ridge here, and boy, this would be fun. Tell you what, this is very much like, I think that the closest this comes to is Black Diamond Natural Area, which is much more well maintained. I don't know, well maintained. It's built. There are actual built up areas. This is just more wild and natural. More wild and natural, and just made to be beautiful, just like me. They're more hiking trails. These are more hiking trails, but mountain bikes and horses are allowed. I would dearly love to have a horse. I do not have a horse, and I most likely never will have a horse. I most likely will never even be able to afford to borrow someone else's horse to ride around, although I did when I was younger and I had a lot of fun. This is going to get us, this is sort of a shortcut trail. I don't remember exactly what my plan was when I started, but I was on a lot of loop trails, and the nice thing about this is that these loop trails have trails that go in between each loop, so you don't have to backtrack a lot. You can sort of go halfway around a loop and then skeet your way into another loop, and enjoy that. about to lose sunlight here. It's 6 o'clock. We got about 3 more hours of sun left. Which means I gotta get out of here. I gotta get me on the road. This is a lot of mountain biking fun right here. Can't wait to get back with my bike and some friends.
Mile 6, pace 25 minutes, 12 seconds.
Siri again showing me up for what a slowpoke I am. Although to be fair, I do stop and I have to monkey with my camera equipment. So that's a thing. But look at this, look at the fun. Look at the technicality here. You gotta zip, zip, zip. Look at somebody else, somebody get it out. We came bombing through here. Having fun. All right. Hit pause on this again. Get the last bit of charge and then say my goodbyes on my way out. This was a big forest. Big forest. A lot of trails. I don't even think I touched half of the trails. So there's more still to explore. And I definitely didn't film all of it. Look at that. Wow. Clear out the branches so next person comes through doesn't have to stress out. You can just enjoy their ride. Look at that, people go right through this stuff. Like they're mountain bikes or something. Their bikes made to go through mountains. Crazy pants. Alright, that's it. That's all I'm saying. Oh wait. There's a little gully here. Shoopy doop. So I did make the mistake of saying this wasn't well maintained. It's incredibly well maintained. You know, they're taking down trees and putting them. Well, they don't fall like this, and someone's been out here with a chainsaw. So it is maintained. What's the right word? It's not, there's not like, I don't know, like I don't know how to maintain a forest. Apparently none of us do. Apparently very few people do, or we wouldn't have so many problems with forest fires. Look at this. I think I've been here. I think I was here in the beginning. And yep. I'm just clearing some sticks. Yeah, so this is the top. So White Horse Trail, that's where we went to the golf course. And this is the big hill that we climbed up. Damn. All right, I'm back near the entrance again. We were here. We were this, I don't know if it's brackish or not. This wetlands here. We were back here. I wonder if a beaver did that. I wonder. Oh, that's from cleaning out the culvert. So there's a culvert here. And I bet when they cleaned it out, this is what they pulled out of it. Yeah, so this is where we were today. Pretty place. So, I took some video on my phone of the trees moving in the wind, and right as I did that, the wind died down. And so the big, it's, I think I'm on the northwest side of this forest, and there's a big hill over there, and I think this is on the other side of the wind. The wind's coming from the southeast, and so hey, look, there's some ducks. Hi, duckos. You guys want to be in a video? You wanna be in a video? You wanna be famous on the internet? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's what you live for. Yeah. Good old ducks. Good old ducks. It smells like peat bog. And by smells like a peat bog, I mean it smells wonderful. So we've been here. This is where we were. This is where we came in at, where the trail closed here sign is. So we're gonna have to go around it, and I probably won't record that, and then I'll just record on the way out. And this was our adventure for today. It was a grand adventure. I'll probably do a little bit on the way out, and then a little something on the ferry over, because the cross-country trail. I'm going to say this again, just in case I forgot, but mountain bike trails usually have funny names. Like, you know, Egg Beater Overdrive, or Lakeshore Plummet, or stuff like that. You know, sometimes they're a little less creative. You know, these, look at there's Ridge Run, cross country trail. So, place is definitely made for mountain biking, being radical out in the middle of nowhere. So I'll be back for that. I'll be back for that. So, the wind's picked up a little bit. I'm far enough, I think, away from that, far enough away from the hill that I'm back in the line of the wind again. And we're on our way out, we're on our way back. I'm just sort of going against the reverse of the way we went in not, it was interesting on the way in. It's less interesting on the way out. I remember when I was little, it always took less time to come home than it did to get where we were going. So it's a quick walk out and quick walk out, long walk in. Wish more things were like that. It was a windy day, so a lot of sticks came down. Thankfully, I didn't get any on my head. I only saw 3 mountain bikers, so hopefully they didn't either. And this is it. This is the end of the cross-country trail. And this is the gravel trail out of here. That's somebody's dog. And then this is the way out. I run into people and I don't want to make them self-conscious. So I just sort of turn off the camera, pause it, and then start it up again. I'm not here to stress people out, especially not myself. Definitely not other people. I think that's a good way to go about life. Life is stressful enough. We shouldn't make it harder on each other. We should really look at that. Makes me want to walk down there. I think that might be somebody's yard though. Some of these horses. And this is one of those counties. You know, Seattle's a pretty hippy-dippy friendly place, but Kitsap is a place where you walk on someone else's property, they have a right to shoot you right off. Look at that. A hawk or an eagle. See if we can get a little closey-uppy. Uppy-duppy. Or maybe I won't ever see it again. It was a pretty bird though, big bird. Might have been an eagle. There's an airplane over there. Anyway, here we are on our way out. This is the end of the road that goes to it. And then at the end of this road you turn right and you just follow that road right to the ferry. And this is people's houses, people's horses. So thank you for being a part of my journey. I'll say goodbye. Kitsap County on the Olympic Peninsula. And we'll head back to Seattle. So thank you. Happy travels. And finally, this is Carpenter Creek right here. Where we came over this creek on the way over, and we looked at the other side of it. So this is the south side. And I assume it ends up in the Puget Sound somewhere. The water seems to be going towards the sound. So, and that's that. I got here right on time. We are boarding. This is a Puyallup. I came over on the Sealth. Which is a little tiny boat. It didn't have a top deck, or it did have a top deck, but we weren't allowed on it. I believe the Puyallup I'll be able to. Hello, thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at all the cars. How awful. How awful is that? How beautiful is that? Yep, we got the upstairs. Exciting. I could have waited for one more ferry. Oh, look at the train. Look at that train across the water. You can see it. Island over. That's Edmonds, and then Everett's somewhere over there. This is how I feel. Ready to take a nap on my one leg on a pilot. That's where I'm going to
Alright, let's go, babe.
Thank you for being on my journey with me. Well, I'll have lots more. We'll see where we can get some mountain bikes out to that mountain bike trail and enjoy that. And we'll see where else we can go this summer. It's just the beginning of a wonderful, wonderful time. If the civilization doesn't collapse, and if it does, well, then you won't be able to see the video. Alright, say goodbye.